In last video, we discussed about effect of moon into the 12th house of your horoscope. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens when you have Venus in the 12th house of your horoscope. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Vedic Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You'll be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. And these videos will help you grow further, faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you have any question, you can put your question into the comment section. I read all the comments and I try to reply to almost all the comments. If you have any question, you can also put them into the Instagram DM. Just add me on Instagram at Pramanic Astrology and ping me. And if you're looking for readings and consultation, check out the link into the description section and go for the intensive horoscope analysis. What is Venus? The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Venus is receptivity. Femininity, sensitivity and receptivity is all about the Venus signification. Venus is also the Karaka, natural Karaka for the marriage and relationship. Venus represents beauty, beauty products, luxury, comfort, conveniences, and all the luxurious items. Venus is all about love, peace, harmony, balance, sex, marriage, relationship, and cooperation. What is 12th house? 12th house is one of the misunderstood Dushtana houses. 12th house is the house of loss, expenditure, and the hidden enemies can be seen with the 12th house. 12th house is the house of spirituality, foreign travels, and abstract and long distance travel as well. Imagination can be seen with the 12th house. 12th house is 11th to the 2nd house and 2nd to the 11th house. So it is the Labhasthan of Dhanasthan and Dhanasthan of Labhasthan. It is that important. We should not read the classic text literally. We should use them liberally. 12th house is also the house of foreign travels, long distance travels. Astral journeys can also be seen with the 12th house. 12th house is also the house of quiet and isolated places like ashram, jail, hospital, asylums. So all those isolated places can be seen with the 12th house. 12th house is also the house of the expense. And when I say expense or loss, usually we consider it as financial loss, but more than financial loss, it is also the loss of energy. Bed pleasures can be seen with the 12th house. So now what happens when you have Venus into the 12th house of the horoscope? The planet of love and marriage and sex comes into the house of bed pleasures. The planet which represents the sex and all the relationship, the intimate relationships, the romantic relationships, the sexual relationships, Venus now comes into the house of bed pleasures. So these people enjoy the relationship. These people are inclined toward forming the relationship. Now this is a weird combination because 12th house is the house of isolation and the Venus is the planet of cooperation. But when it comes to bed pleasure, Venus does excellent job into the 12th house. Now depending upon the lordships, things will change and alter. But Venus in the 12th house does great with respect to the bed pleasures. Next, the planet of cooperation comes into the house of isolation. Venus is the natural cooperator. Venus loves to form the relationships. Venus loves to work in a team. It is polar opposite to the Mars. Mars is an individual planet who is looking to conquer his goal on his own. He doesn't need anybody. He's not a team member. But Venus is more about building a team to achieve his own goals. The core value of the Venus is relationship. Now the romantic relationship, marriage relationships, partnership relationships or any other kind of relationships are just the different forms of this base of the cooperation and relationship. Now this planet of cooperation goes into the house of isolation. So these people find it difficult to form a relationship. These people have an inclination to form a relationship, but these people are not social. These people are not social when it comes to meeting other people, when it comes to get along with the other person or go into the group. They are hesitant. So they have to change their nature to form a relationship. First house is the house of self. 12th is the loss of self. Now the planet of cooperation comes into the house of loss of self. Now when it comes to forming a relationship, when it comes to forming a partnership, these people lack confidence and these people always take humble role. These people are ready to compromise because they think they are not good enough. They may be the best in the world, yet they think that they are not good enough due to their placement of Venus in the 12th house, which is the planet of cooperation, into the house of isolation or the house of loss of self. The 12th to the 1st makes them feel like this. Okay, next, the planet of wealth comes into the house of expenses. So these people spend a lot. These people spend on luxurious items or all the Venusian things. They will spend on visiting exotic foreign locations because 12th house is the house of foreign thing as well. Now these expenses, they will be the spendthrift. They will spend quite easily. They won't think before they are spending it because it's Venus. Okay, next, the planet of the sensitivity comes into the house of abstract things. 12th house is the house of abstract things, which are the things beyond this realm, which are weird for this existence. So these people have a great sensitivity towards the abstract things. These people can sense the abstract things better than the rest of the people. Like if you have Venus and Moon in the 12th house, you will be so much into the 12th house things. You have mind as well as you have the emotions as well as the sensitivity. The sensitivity part of the personality comes from the Venus. Venus is sensitive, receptive, and the planet of reception comes into the house of the abstract. So they can abstract they can understand and absorb the abstract things very easily. Okay, so what happens if you have debilitated Venus into the 12th house? Venus gets debilitated into the sign of Virgo. So Venus rules the ascendant, the 7th Libra, and the 8th house. So the first lord and the 8th lord goes into the 12th house for you when Venus is debilitated into the 12th house. So the first house lord into the 12th house shows your whole life focus will be on the 12th house things. Your ascendant lord is going into the 12th house. Okay, but more than that, 8th lord into the 12th house creates Viparit Rajog as well. Okay, next, what if your Venus is exalted? Venus gets exalted into the sign of Pisces. So Venus rules the 3rd house and the 7th house. Not 3rd house, 2nd house of the ascendant. Like if you have Venus exalted into the 12th house, it becomes Aries ascendant. So Venus rules the 2nd and the 7th house. So the second lord and the seventh lord into the 12th house. Second lord is the house of finance, gains. Now it is going into the 12th house of the horoscope. So it shows gains from the foreign sources. Seventh lord into the 12th house of the horoscope. The seventh lord is also about the sex, relationships, and 12th house is also the house of bed pleasures. So with respect to that aspect of sexual union or the companionship, it works great. Okay, but seventh lord is also the house of marriage, and that gets exalted into the 12th house. Okay, so yes, from the 12th house, Venus also aspects the 6th house of the horoscope. What is 6th house? 6th house is the house which is one of the Dushtana houses. It is the Upachaya houses which grows with time. And now Venus is aspecting the 6th house from the 12th house. 6th house is the house of dates, delays, argument, diseases. And Venus is aspecting the 6th house. Venus is also a compassionate planet. And 6th house is the house of underprivileged people. So this Venus, the person with the 12th house Venus, has great compassion for the underprivileged people or for their pets. They would love their pets like their babies. Okay, and they will bring in the compassion for the underprivileged people as well. So yes, this was Venus as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you are new to my channel, go to the playlist, start exploring the fascinating world of Vedic astrology, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.